Hello guys, in this project we're going to learn about Mailmage by using Microsoft Word and Python to come up with the same result. Imagine a situation where you have so many customers and want to generate agreements or letters or contracts to all these customers. This is the sheet we are going to use. Excel file called data. Another file to use, the template. We need two files, Word template, this one, and the Excel file. The Word template is called letter, the Excel file is called data. To get started with project, we upload two files, the Excel file called data and Word document or template here called letter. Do that by uploading using this upload button. Those who don't know how to run Jupyter, there's a video I've created on how to run Jupyter. You can also do the same using the command prompt. So this is where my files are, and this is where my project is. So my project is mailmage.ipynb. So let's get started coding. I've named my file mailmage. Get started, we need our two files, and the two files is the Excel file. So we're going to call it input file. The Excel file I showed you, the data.xls file, and also we need our Word template, the one we called letter.docs. In order to work with these two files, first we import pandas so that we can have the ability to read from Excel, and then also we need to import the docs template so that we can work with the Word document, so that we have the ability to load and also render the Word document. I've also included the inline image in case we want to also insert some images. So to read from Excel file, we need to come up with a variable. So here what we're doing is we're using an alias. So it's PD. This is an alias, so imported pandas as PD. So we're using PD dot read from Excel file. Then we are assigning a variable called Excel file, which we are going to use later. Let's load our Word template. We use a doc, that's the variable we're going to use. So here we're trying to load our Word template, the one we called letter earlier. Next, let's create the directory where we're going to load our generated agreements. So before we do that, we need to check if that directory exists. The directory doesn't exist to make that directory. So I want the directory to be called letters. Using the ability to make that directory, we need to import OS. OS allows us to work with operating systems functionalities like making the directory and the file system. And from here now, this is where we make our directory. And the directory is what we've named letters here. So this directory, want to make this directory if it doesn't exist. At this point, let's check our directory, see if that directory exists. So here we don't have the directory called letters. But before using pandas and the doc, the template, we need to ensure that we install pandas. So we just say pip install pandas. I've already installed pandas, so requirement already satisfied. Also install the docs template. So pip install docs tpl. For me, this wasn't there, so as you start installing, you're going to see that some files will start getting downloaded. So after installing and try to run a code by pressing the run button there. Run. Okay, there we go. So you see our directory has been generated. Yeah, even if we've loaded our Excel file called data here, it's important to check the existence of that file. Come up with an if statement. Here we use the abilities of the OS, the one we imported. So we want to check if that Excel file exists. This is what we called data here. If this file exists, use the try except functionalities so that we can handle our error gracefully. We want to group through each row of Excel file. Okay, let's check a file. So this is the Excel file. So we want to loop through each row here. Starting from there, we loop through each row using the for loop. After checking that that file exists, we want to get the full name, and then we also get city, country, date. I've deliberately left out a title so that I just want to show you what will happen if we just leave title, but we'll put it back later. So we iterate through each row, and then we create a context dictionary. We've learned about dictionaries, how to create a Python dictionary. So this dictionary is what we're going to convert to our data frame. So when we create dictionary, just a key value pair. So the key is full name, the value is full name. So in other words, okay, let's just finish the dictionary. So once we finish our dictionary context, so want to show that every file we generate is given a name. In this case, you want to use the full name as the file name. So render, basically what render means, it means to generate and populate. So I want to render the Word document and then save. So after we render, then we save. This name is we're getting from here. Any generated file, to save it by name. Just want to show a message to the user that this is the file that has been created as we generate, and convert the Word document to PDF. So in order to do this, we need to import, go up there. So from docs to PDF, import convert, so that we have the ability to convert the generated Word document to PDF. So we go back and continue coding. Alright, and just so let's install, make sure that you always install whatever you're trying to import. Use pip install docs to PDF, then run code. So there we're installing. So after we install what we've imported, just want to print a message to the user that's generating PDF depending on the name. So if it's Ben Jones, it will show generating PDF for Ben Jones. We convert Word document to PDF. And then after converting Word document to PDF, we want to send a message to the user that documents have been generated successfully. As you can see, everything is under the if statement, and then after the if statement is what we're trying to do. All this code is what we're trying to do. Block of code under the for loop, everything we have entered so far. Let's scroll down so that we can come up with the accept. I uploaded the Excel file, or if it doesn't exist, we want to throw an error to the user. Align the try with the accept down, make sure that they're aligned. Yeah, you align everything, ident your code properly so you don't get an error. So then accept exception as that's the errors. So I want to send a message to the user. Then else, we had an if statement. We said with an if statement. So this else is coming because of the if statement we have on top. I'll show you in a bit. It says print the error message to the user. So the input file is missing. So yeah, and that's an input file, in your case Excel file. If it's missing, that's the message that's going to come. Statement here. So this is the input file. We are checking whether it exists, and if it doesn't exist, you want to throw an error to the user. So error, the input file is missing. Okay, the error is coming because this pairing there, we said output directory. We didn't say. We need to correct here so it reads output directory because that's the name we used on top there. Let's just correct that. Okay, there. So you see, you called it output directory. So let's just make that correction quickly. All right, after running, you see that documents getting generated. We have finalized or called. Then after everything has been generated, we get documents generated, successfully message. Try to open some documents and see how they are looking. So we go to our directory, we open our letters directory. So we want to compare whatever we opened, whether it matches our records from Excel. Yeah. Open for Ben. After opening the file for Ben, you're going to see that we've successfully inserted our records from Excel to our template, Ben Jones. Then the title, this is the one I left out deliberately. I wanted you to try and do it but we'll do it together anyways. So the city, you see, say London and Canada, and the date successfully inserted using Python. At this point, let's make that correction. So we include our title. So just edit our code so that our title is included. The context, we ensure that the title appears. Then after editing our code, we go back to the directory and empty everything from our letters directory in there so that we can regenerate everything. So emptied our directory, run our code once more. You can see our code is running and the new files are being generated. Okay, after generating all the files, so we open the PDF. If you see, title is there now. So this is how you can do mail merge using Python. So we'll look at mail merge using Microsoft Word so that you see which option works better for you. To do mail merge using Microsoft Word, I'll use the same two files, data and letter. This is the same Excel file we used in Python. The next file we're looking at is this template, the Word template. Here we want to insert our name, title, city, country, and so I want to insert date. Get started with mail merge in Microsoft Word. You click on mailings. More options are going to appear. You can see here. We'll start our mail merge, then select recipient. So for us, we click on start mail merge and select letters. Once we select letters, we click on select recipient so that we can select our Excel file as our recipient. So this is where we are going to use an existing list because an Excel file is what we want, something that already exists. So we click on use an existing list. I'm selecting my file called data, that's Excel file. Then click open, OK button. After pressing the OK button, you go to insert merge field so that we can select the fields from our Excel. So here you can see we have full name, title, city, country. So I want to insert those. Make sure you select where you want to insert the particular field. So those match our Excel file. See full name, title, city, country, date. That's what we are seeing. So you click on name because we want to insert name there, that field. Then let's go up and select the field we want to insert. So this case we are inserting full name. Then we click on title. We click on mailings once more. Then insert merge field, title, city, mailings, insert city, the country, select country, and then find then the date of agreement. We go to mailings, then insert merge field, select the date. This preview, in preview see this Ben Jones there, so go to next. After previewing, we click on finish and merge. So where we can edit, we can select edit individual documents or print documents. We can even send email messages, but I'm going to use print documents. I'll just select all. You can even give it a range, like from I have 14 records, you can say 1 to 14. I click on OK. OK again, so that it's printed to PDF. Let's OK. Okay, now let me just create a new folder there. So I'll call it letters. It's open. But now printing. As you can see, our documents are getting printed. Let's navigate to our folder. Then we open our generated document. So you can achieve our mailmate using Python, and also you can do it with Microsoft Word. Thanks guys for watching.